When starting or running a business, there's one thing entrepreneurs seem to be unable to get a handle on, and that's the never-ending to-do list. You need to study your competitors, research AI, sales calls, making content, writing messages, and finding time to eat during the day. There's just so much to do, but what I've found is that there are 4 things that you need to be doing every day if you want to make sales on a daily basis, and the rest you can almost completely ignore. These are the things that I did in the beginning and still do to generate at least $6,400 per day, every day. But before we get into it, if you're new here, my name is John Penberthy, husband, father, and founder of both AdClients.com and AdCon.co.uk, the UK's #1 marketing event for online entrepreneurs. And over the last 10 years, I've built multiple service-based businesses to over 35 million without hustling 24/7, sacrificing my personal life, or stopping to do the things that I enjoy. And now right here on the channel, I help other people do the same. Now, you may have heard of the phrase, the 80-20 rule. The concept is that you could be doing 20% of the tasks in your day that make up 80% of the results, meaning they are high-value, revenue-producing tasks. But most of us are doing the complete opposite. We're filling our day with a massive to-do list of mindless tasks that aren't actually what we would call moving the needle, making a difference in the business. And this is why you get to the end of every day and wonder what on earth you've achieved, although you had a very busy day. It's because you spent 2 hours replying to those emails that don't have any revenue backing to them. You spent 2 hours on the phone with people to just see if there's any synergy, but there was no structure, no plan, no strategy. You've got to start to eliminate things from your to-do list that are not the 80-20 and are not revenue producing tasks. Instead, you need to do an audit of yourself, your day, and your business to find out for you what are some of those big tasks that you should be focusing on a daily basis that's going to get you to your goals faster and start landing you results. I'm going to share with you the 4 that are most important to me and that I focus on every day, and hopefully this will give you some food for thought and some inspiration. So here's the first one. Now, hopefully you already know the importance of tracking your numbers in the business and then monitoring those numbers, but sometimes we can get so stuck in the weeds, specifically in the beginning, tracking a whole host of numbers that don't really have any relevance nor are helpful for you making good decisions. What we need are oftentimes these things that we call North Star. Let's do a little star. North Star metrics. These are metrics that we're saying, if I pick that one metric, there are so many other things that point to that I'm almost killing not just 2 birds with 1 stone, I'm attacking loads of things at the same time by making that my core focus. Here's my number 1, sales appointments booked on the calendar. That for me is one of my North Star metrics. Every day, every week, how many sales appointments are we booking on the calendar? This is something of a pinch point. If you picture an hourglass, this is the pinch point that's going to make the difference to the business. Because the top of the hourglass is all the production that I'm doing to get those appointments. It's all the marketing, the social media, the conversations that we're having that's leading to that full calendar of opportunity. And I also know that then it fans out the other side with, now we know mathematically we're going to convert X amount of our appointments into clients. So now we've got all this revenue production coming out the other side. If you can focus all your attention on that pinch point, that North Star metric of sales appointments booked on your calendar, it's going to affect every area of the business, but more importantly, have you focusing on the right stuff. Now, how you achieve that North Star metric will be different for many of you watching this. If you are just starting out and you are in something of a hustle stage, then maybe that's going to be more manual. You don't have enough calls on the calendar at that pinch point. And so maybe you're going to be DMing people. You're going to be doing some cold outbound outreach. You're going to be looking for referrals. You're going to networking meetups and building connections there and getting appointments on your calendar. Whereas if you're a more established business and you've now got some capital behind you and you have some paid ad marketing campaigns going, well, now this is again going to be focusing on the production of your paid marketing. So how many ads are you running? How much are you spending? What's the ROI? How much is it costing you to get someone booked on the calendar? And now if you don't have enough, you can track back to your marketing and see what you need to do to fix that. So it's different for us all, but that's one of my North Star metrics, and I wonder if yours should be the same. The second thing I focus on a daily basis is having visibility on my business. And visibility on the important, let's call them departments in the business. And even if you're a solopreneur, you still have departments. You just don't have people in the business helping you with those departments yet. You still have the marketing department. You still have the client success department. You still have the operations department. You still have the sales department. It's just that right now, perhaps you're wearing all of those hats. I need visibility on my business. And this is where my momentum framework comes in and is really, really helpful, because these are the 5 areas of your business that you should be focusing on. And I like to have this 40,000 foot view. Every day, I do a little mini audit for 10 minutes in the morning. How is my marketing going with my paid ads? How's my marketing going with, like this, my YouTube channel? How's my marketing going in my sales funnel? Anything to tweak? How's my email list doing? What's my production looking like on the back end, and maximizing client value because they're enjoying working with me, and then they're ascending to buying more stuff. Now, eventually you'll get to a point where you have heads of departments like I have. So I have people reporting to me on a daily basis for how everything is looking with marketing and with sales and operations and client success, and that can be a goal for you to aspire to. But in the beginning, you have to look after this, and you've got to have a big picture view of your business. By the way, hopefully you'll find this resource helpful. It's my free gift to you. We give this to our clients, and we also give it to our valued subscribers here on the YouTube channel. So click the link below, tell me where to send it. We'll get this straight over to you. I think you'll find it really helpful. Now, the third thing that I'm doing every day is I'm maximizing how much value I'm putting out into the marketplace. We are now in a value-based economy. If you want to sell your coaching, if you want to sell your services, your training, whatever the case may be, there's a value exchange. It never used to be like this. You were able to run a simple Facebook ad, point that to a sales page, and some people would buy from it. That doesn't happen anymore, unless there's the value piece in the middle. I've talked about this in other videos here on the channel. It's called the value vehicle. You've got to pick a few value vehicles, platforms that you're using, and strategies you're using to put value into the marketplace. And there's a direct result for the amount of revenue you generate back in your business as how much value you're putting out there. Meaning, if you're doing paid ads, don't just do a simple call to action that sounds salesy. Provide a little bit of value, some insights, some help in those ads, and people will click to come to your website, not because you persuaded them to, but because they liked what they saw from you, so now they want more. When they come into your sales funnel, make sure that you're focusing on value. Don't just sell them immediately in your sales funnel. Take them to something like a webinar, where now you can provide more value, more insight, build relationship, build rapport, and now out the other end of the webinar, you can sell something. You'll have a much higher uptake. On a sales call, endeavor to provide value. On social media, like I'm doing right now, just giving incredible value here on the YouTube channel, knowing that a proportion of you will say, I'm really enjoying the content from John, and you'll go and hunt down a link that you can find to opt onto my list, and then eventually book a call with my team and maybe become a client. And we would welcome you with open arms. But I'm not pushing that on you right now. I'm focused on just providing value. So that's something else I'm doing on a daily basis. How many valuable pieces of content have I put out there? How many value-based touch points? And number 4 is focused on providing world-class training and support to my clients. So once someone does come into the business, we want to make sure that they are so wowed by us or you that then they can't possibly go anywhere else when they have these similar problems. And I teach this strategy to my clients. It's called the offer triangle. 3 things that your business needs to have an offer that can scale, that can have a great result, and gives you everything that you're looking for. And the first thing at the very top is client or customer results, okay? That sits at the very top. You've got to make sure that your offer is delivering incredible value and your clients are put first. But then I'll tell you what the other 2 are. We then have lifestyle over here on one side, and then we've got scale over here on the other side. And these are 3 things that your business needs. And if you overextend on any one of these or you neglect any one of these, then of course the business can't grow. So lifestyle, scale, we'll talk about another time. I've shared it loads on the channel here, but client results is absolutely critical. In fact, it's so important, it's literally one of the pieces on step 5 here in the momentum framework. Is delivering world-class training. Then of course there's some things that we sprinkle in here, and I've got a strategy called problem solution problem, which increases the LTV, the lifetime value of a customer. You can obviously grab this report and you can learn all about it. But delivering world-class training, keeping clients happy, increases referrals and momentum in the business. So I focus on that on a daily basis. And bonus tip number 5, and this is something that I do my best to achieve every day. Sometimes don't quite get to it, but when I do, it makes my day and my week so much better, is I make my to-do list the night before. I don't want to wake up in the morning and now frantically start thinking about what my business is going to look like today and what I need to focus on. I don't want to go to bed and it's playing like a record in my head as like what I need to do the next day. There's something that works really well when I spend some time the night before, get everything out of my head. What do I need to do the next day? I find that I sleep a bit better. I wake up, I can be more productive because I can just get straight into my daily tasks. So hopefully you enjoyed the video today. If you did and you want more, check out this video here. It's the best online business training you will ever watch. It's basically an extended masterclass on creating and launching an online business. Don't forget to grab your momentum framework, which is linked below, and drop me a comment and let me know which of the 4 things we spoke about today were most impactful to you. And I'll see you in a future video.